Hey folks, welcome to our first look of the second Draw Steel Backer packet and fourth Patreon packet. We have 600 pages of rules that dropped 25 hours ago, so we're going to be learning the new systems as we update the characters from the first Backer packet and finally level them up. When last we left our heroes, they defeated Commander Phenix, the Butcher of Blackbottom, saved dozens of civilians, and obtained enough victories to level up, but did not have the rules to do so. So, our casters' kits have suddenly never existed. Instead, they have additional signature abilities, as well as wards and other passive benefits. Ancestries now all have multiple options, so characters can lean on different aspects of them. We have perks, we have titles, and many more things that we will learn. So, we begin with a character that we did not see the creation of on screen, the deadly Capitaine Lobo. As we skip to the Dwarf entry of the new packet, some incredible flavor text as a Dwarf troubadour. See? Note, this is what happens when you let a Dwarf troubadour write the Dwarf entry. It's awesome.
That's such a good note.
No.
Yes.
I love it. Yes.
I'll leave you with the final phrase. You are young yet, but already those who work evil deeds should fear you. You are a dwarf. You have a great destiny ahead.
Yes.
So, all dwarf traits have runic carving, which means they can carve something on their skin, and they can choose detection to detect certain types of creatures, light to give off light, very useful, 10 squares, that's great for underground maneuvering, or voice. As a maneuver, you can communicate telepathically with another willing creature you have met, whose name you know, who can speak and understand a language you know. So they don't need walkie-talkies, or they can talk to each other through the tunnels. And you can change the name of the person you talk to by changing the room. And now, the way all ancestries work is you have ancestry points that you can spend on traits. And there's a quick build recommendation, which is grounded. So it increases your stability, which we saw many times being useful for Capitaine Lobo. And
true.
spark off your skin, which is increases your stamina to make you hardier.
Which we're going to both keep. Grounded
excellent.
and spark of your skin. Yes.
Yeah. There were some other options like Stone Singer, which allows you to spend an hour singing reshape worked stone within some squares of you. And the other 2-point option makes you immune to the weekend condition, which is one of the debuffs that are available.
Yeah.
So, in this case, Capitaine Lobo is not changing very much. They maintain their stability and their enhanced stamina, but now we know that when you level up, you will gain an additional 3 stamina.
Ooh.
So, beside the stamina that you get from leveling up as your class, you will gain an additional 3.
That's really
and
great.
So we go now
Yeah.
to the Tactician. So your starting characteristics remain the same. Might of 2, reason of 2. So those should stay the same, and the array that you wanted. There's potency, which is something that was introduced a couple of versions ago. But basically you can think of it as the spell casting DC of other games, where it's how difficult it is to resist your abilities. So,
great.
Depending on how well which tier you get, you may produce an effect with strong potency, average potency, or weak potency, which means it'll be easier or harder to resist. Your initial stamina is 21 plus 6 because you chose the spark off your skin, so you have 27 already before your kit, and you get a great kit as a tactician. And we'll note that at second and higher levels, you gain 12. So, yeah, you're going to get an additional 15 stamina when you level up to 2. But we're not there yet.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
You are a tank. You are, and you're a tank who also carries a heavy crossbow as a sniper.
I'm
so,
you
are literally a tank.
Bring it on.
Yeah.
Great.
This is so cool.
Yes.
This is honestly so cool.
And you had chosen to be an insurgent who practiced asymmetric warfare.
Yes,
Doing your duty, playing fair, and dying honorably in battle is your opponent's job. By contrast, you do whatever it takes to keep your allies alive. So you gain a skill from the intrigue skill group. I believe this is all the same. Your
we keep
focus.
the same.
So at the start of each of your turns during combat, you gain 2 focus. The first time each round that you or an ally damages a target you have marked, you gain 1 focus.
This is different.
Wait.
So it's
This
no
is
longer
different.
dependent on tier 3. Yes.
Yeah.
So each round, whenever you or an ally hits the target that you have marked, you gain focus. So it's more reliable
Nice.
that way to gain focus. Now,
We gain
the-
more.
Yep.
yeah, the
Yeah.
first time in a round that an ally within 10 squares of you uses a heroic ability, you gain 1 focus. Heroic abilities are the ones that you have to spend resources on. So not a signature, the one that you have to actually spend. So most rounds, you're going to be gaining 4 focus.
This is
Nice.
amazing.
Yes.
It's cool. It's really cool.
Yes.
For you too,
Yep.
Jose. Yeah.
As an insurgent, you have covert operations. While in your presence or working according to your plans, gain an edge on tests with skills from the intrigue skill group. You can use the lead skill to assist on any test made with a skill from the intrigue group. At the director's discretion, you and your allies can use skills from the intrigue skill group to attempt research or reconnaissance during a negotiation instead of outside of negotiation. Interesting.
This is more
Yeah.
near
More
the
out of
same
combat stuff,
before.
but yes.
Yeah.
Useful if you're sneaking, say if you were trying to get through a city that was being bombed by hawk lords or something
For
like
instance, yes.
For example.
that. Yes. And your triggered action is advanced tactics. Your leadership aids an ally. So range 10, this is your triggered. Happens when the target, which is any creature, deals damage to another creature.
This is
effect,
different.
Yes,
These
the
are others,
target
yeah.
gains 2 surges, which they can use on the triggering damage. Okay, surges are a new system in the game that serve as a different kind of bonus compared to edges. Basically, there were too many edges and banes flying around, and because they were limited to 2, they tended to cancel each other out. So this is a way that surges are something you accumulate, and you can spend them to deal additional damage. I believe you can spend 2 of them to make your potency higher, so to make an effect harder to resist, right? And the surge, when you use it for damage, is equal to your highest characteristic score, which at level 1 or even 2 is going to be 2. So the target gains 2 surges, which they can use on the triggering damage. So you can basically say that strike there, you can use like 4 damage, or you can then spend the 2 surges and make the effect harder to resist, right? By increasing the potency. Oh,
that's
and
really
you
nice.
can spend 1 focus, and if any effect of the damage has a potency effect, you increase the potency by 1. And so if it's like a particularly important strike where you really want them to be weakened or slowed or whatever, poisoned, I
Yeah.
don't know what things, you can spend extra focus to make sure it happens.
I like
Excellent. So yeah, this changed significantly. I believe before you used to be able to like make yourself or your ally move around for flanking.
it. That's true. Yes.
Yeah. So that's changed. And now you have your field arsenal, which I believe doesn't change. But the abilities may have changed. So we'll go take a look at your mountain and sniper kits.
Let's
But
look
it's the
at
same.
that.
You choose the better of each. Yes. The main change that happened, which won't affect either of our tacticians, is that caster kits are no longer a thing. Which means that people no longer feel like they absolutely had to take a martial kit and a caster kit to get as many different bonuses without like stacking. So
Okay.
that was some of the problems. All right, so let's go take a look at the mountain kit. Oh, and there's some extra kits here. There's Arcane Archer, if you wanted
Okay.
to switch out your range. But for now, let's assume we're going to be keeping.
We're going to keep the one.
Yes.
Yes.
So sniper. Oh, interesting. You gain a speed bonus of 1. The range damage bonus is +0, +0, +4, which I think is the same. The range distance bonus is +10. And instead of mobility, what there is now is that when you move, you can either move your speed or you can choose to disengage, which allows you to move 1 square without provoking an attack of opportunity.
Oh.
But the
that's
sniper kit-
nice.
Yeah, the sniper kit gives you a disengage bonus of +1. So that when you
cool.
choose to disengage, you now move 2. So the one that everybody can do, +1. So that's 2. And we get the signature ability Patient Shot. Breathe,
Division shot, right.
aim, wait, then strike. So you may notice that now there is the strike keyword,
Yeah.
which key off certain abilities, like you can parry, for instance, can half the damage of strikes, but not of area abilities, things like that. And one thing that you may notice in most of your abilities is that now the damage also has one of your characteristics in the calculation. So
That's true.
yeah, so you'll see in this case might is probably your better score. So the damage would be 3 plus your might, which is 2, so it would be 5 at tier 1.
That increases.
Yeah, and what it's going to mean is that the damage is also going to scale as you level up. Not at 2, but I think at like 4, your might and your reason will increase, so your abilities will do more damage. And 13, so that means you're going to be doing 15 with your tier 3 patient shot. Oh, interesting. And the effect is also different in this one. Yeah, you no longer gain an edge. If you don't take a move action, it deals extra damage equal to your might or agility score. So it doubles. So yeah, so in this case, you do an additional 2 damage. So and that's independent of the power up. Like it always does extra damage.
It always does.
As you interesting. I like it. Yeah, I like it a lot. So let's go check out the mountain. Yeah, mountain. The mountain kin does exactly what it says on the tin. Stamina bonus plus 9. And to note, it says 9 per echelon. So as you go up in the echelons of play, which I believe it's like 1 to 3, yeah, you'll gain an additional plus 9 to represent heavy armor.
Wow.
Yeah.
You have like infinite stamina. It's like,
So
who's
you
gonna
had
take you down? I love it.
27 plus 9. So yeah, 36. You're at level 1. And the melee damage bonus is plus 0 per 4. So that's great. Stability bonus plus 2. And you are grounded, so you have 3 stability. So that's even more than you had before. Yeah, incredible. And again, pain for pain also now, instead of giving you an edge, it does additional damage. If the target dealt damage to you since the end of your last turn, this strike deals additional damage equal to your might or agility score.
It also changed. Okay.
Yep. Great. And the damage is also, it's the same. Wow, it's really good. Patient shot and pain for pain, they're both like 3, 5, 13. Yeah, very cool. All right. So we can already see how patient shot, the tier 2 is a bit better. It's 6 instead of 5. As pain for pain. But yeah, so we can already see instead of getting edges, you have this thing where it's guaranteed damage if the condition is met. Yeah. All right. And so those are the kits. We go back to the Tactician and we look at your heroic abilities. You have your mark, which is a maneuver, range 10. Let's check out the effects. So this may have changed. The target is marked until the end of the encounter. You die, or you use this ability again, or you willingly end the effect.
Okay,
if another
that changed
tactician,
because before it said at the until the start of your next turn.
Yeah, you have to be like constantly marking.
Encounter. Yeah.
This time you mark and they stay marked until you die. You use the ability again or willingly end the effect. If another tactician marks, then your mark on the target ends. Ooh. Interesting.
Do you remember that we talked about if we double mark someone or...
Yeah. They didn't stack, but they didn't cancel each out. In this case, they do cancel each other out. You can have one target marked this way, but other tactician abilities can allow you to have multiple marked creatures. While the target is marked and within your line of effect, you and allies within your line of effect have an edge on power rolls made against the target. Okay, so this is still an edge.
Yeah.
When the marked creature is reduced to 0 stamina, you can use a free triggered action to move the mark to a new target within 10 squares.
Okay.
And then, in addition, you can spend 1 focus to take one of the following free triggered actions whenever you or an ally damages a target with an ability. You can't use more than 1 instance of a benefit per trigger. The ability deals additional damage equal to twice your reason score. The damage dealer can spend a recovery. Wow. Okay. That would have been very useful.
That's different.
Yeah.
That's all new.
Yeah. The damage dealer can shift up to a number of squares equal to your reason score.
That's all new.
But
Right.
you have to spend focus, and you have to choose.
Yeah.
You can spend 1 focus on you. You currently cannot spend on multiple abilities. I like it a lot, and it's a free triggered action. So like, as long as you have the focus, you can just keep doing it.
Yeah.
You have the ability Strike Now, which is a target can make a signature attack as a free triggered action. And now for 5 focus, you can do that to 2 allies instead of 1. So I think that cost changed. Yeah. And finally, yeah, so your tactician abilities, you have your kit signature abilities, and now your heroic abilities, the ones that cost
I had
focus.
battle cry.
Battle cry. You shout a phrase that galvanizes your team. Range
Yeah.
10, power roll plus reason. On a tier 1, the target gains 1 surge, 2 surges, 3 surges. So, yeah.
Oh,
And
that
it's
changed.
up to 3 allies. Yeah, that changed.
Yeah.
So you may choose to use a different ability if you want.
No, that's right. I like it.
Yeah.
Now they
Concussive
also
strike.
had no, I didn't had one. I
Inflict
had
dazed.
one that's called now. I don't
That's
know if
the
it
5.
still
Yeah. Now,
exists.
5 focus. Another maneuver. 3 allies,
Yeah.
range 5. But this one does increase with your sniper kit. Let me check out battle cry. No, battle cry does not because it does not have the weapon keyword. But now does. So this range for you is
Really?
15. Yes.
Wow.
Because you're a sniper, your now is range 15. Effect, each target can make a free strike. And it's 3 allies.
Wow,
So
that's amazing.
3 allies can make a free strike within 15. Correct.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
You're having so much fun. I love it. You're getting like
Yeah.
all the perks.
I was thinking, can we throw a Lobo like a breaking ball?
So there
Do
is
the
a
fastball
perk.
special.
Like
There
throwing-
is a perk that perhaps, say, a Fury might choose to take that is literally made to throw allies.
Wait,
It used to be called I'll Toss You, but the name may have changed.
you never
and-
toss a dwarf.
Yeah, exactly.
Exciting.
Oh no.
Okay, so and
So that
yeah,
is-
that's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we gotta make a note that your battle cry changed.
Yeah, I'm going to take a note.
Yeah, and now is for 3 allies, but it's range 15 because you can snipe, so you can Your allies wait for your command, then unleash death. And now you level up. Congratulations, you get
Yeah.
15 stamina because you have weapons spark off your skin and you're a tactician. So you get 12 stamina for tactician plus 3 for the ability that you chose. So from 36 plus 15.
36 is 51.
Yeah, you crossed 50 at level 2. Incredible. Okay. As an insurgent, you have infiltration tactics. You have trained your squad to work together and benefit from staying silent and waiting for the opportune time to strike. When you or any of your allies within 10 squares of you becomes hidden, they gain a surge. This is going to be amazing for manners because shadows
Yeah.
have all kinds of things that key off getting surges or getting edges. So, yeah, presumably
That is
in your
so
time
good.
after Blackbottom, you and Manners have worked out a bunch of special tactics. Incredible. But this is for you or any of your allies within 10 squares
Yeah.
who becomes hidden. They gain a surge. Okay. Then, as mentioned, you gain an exploration, interpersonal, or intrigue perk of your choice. So for now, just write down exploration, interpersonal, or intrigue. And then when it's time for everybody to choose perks, we'll go take a look at the list. And now your second level doctrine ability. As an insurgent, you choose one of the following. So one of these 4. Oh, wow. You get to choose between 4. Fog of War, 5 focus. Your unorthodox strategy causes enemies to lash out in fear, heedless of who they might be attacking. Range 10, target 2 creatures maneuver. Each target is marked, so this is one of the abilities that multi-marks. You immediately force each targeted creature to make a free strike against a creature of your choice within 5 squares. Mark benefit. For the rest of the encounter, whenever you or an ally attacks a marked target, you can spend 2 focus to make the marked target free strike a creature of your choice within 5 squares of the marked target.
Wait, don't go ahead. I mean, only
Yeah,
for the
this is my
title.
first time reading
Wait,
this.
only for the title of the ability. I'm going to go just because
love
I
it.
like the title. Try me instead. I don't care what it does. I like the title.
Yeah. Flavor
And
for
the
win.
flavor text is, try picking on someone my size.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
this works.
right.
No more saying that. Yeah.
So
Just like that one.
it's an action.
I totally see.
5 focus. Yeah.
Yeah.
You shift your speed directly towards an ally adjacent to the target. then swap locations with the ally as long as you can each fit into the other space. The ally can spend a recovery, and you make a power roll against the target. You do 2 plus reason damage, and it's melee strike weapon, so you get the benefit of your heavy weapon from the mountain kit. And if the reason is depends on which you roll, but from the potency, you can inflict frightened. So depending on how well you roll, they have to have higher and higher reason to avoid being frightened of you, just because you suddenly pop up right in front of them.
I just like that one. I like
No, it's great.
Yeah. So we're going to go with that one.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. That's really cool. And yeah, extra mobility on your turn. Like, yeah, it allows you to, like, you can spend your action to move and then do this and move again. So for not having extra speed from a kit, this is a really good mobility option. All right.
Okay.
Congratulations. You are now level 2. Who would like to advance their character now? Should we go with Slayer, with glasses?
I wouldn't mind.
All right. Slayer.
Because this one is simple.
Slayer. Yes. Orcs. Even should an arrow pierce their heart, each Canaan warrior has within them one last act of revenge. So, all orcs are relentless. When a creature deals damage to you and leaves you dying, you can make a free strike against any creature. If you reduce them to 0 stamina, you spend a recovery. And now you have 3 ancestry points. You can choose the Bloodfire Rush, which costs 1 point, which is what you had before. You take damage, your speed increases by 2 until the end of the round. There is Grounded, so the magic in your blood makes it difficult for others to move you, and you can increase your stability if you want it. Passionate Artisan. When you are stirred by passion for creation, your Bloodfire allows you to work longer and harder. Choose 2 skills from the crafting skill group. Whenever you make a project roll, you gain a +2 bonus to the roll. So yeah, the magic in your blood can also make you a more passionate artist. Incredible. And Glowing Recovery. This is one of the more expensive ones. Your Bloodfire allows you to regain your strength quicker than others. So now the Catch Breath is no longer an action, it's a maneuver. And the orcs used to be able to use Catch Breath as a maneuver. So instead, now orcs, whenever they use Catch Breath, they can spend as many recovers as they like, instead of just the one, which is what most people do. But there is also non-stop. Your Bloodfire supplies you with a constant rush of adrenaline. You can't be slowed.
Yeah. For Slayer, I picked... which ones did I pick? I think I picked Glowing Recovery just because and especially during the last last fight that we had, going down constantly was kind of a bummer a little bit. So it's actually really cool to have the option of you can heal a little bit more if you want. So
yeah,
I'm gonna go
as
with,
long as you have the recoveries, you can go up to full, right?
So I'm gonna go with that
as a maneuver,
and I'm going to take Grounded. Because I do like the stability. I would have gone for the one that increases the speed, but they did a little change. Now it's until the end of the round instead of
so if you've already acted that round, you want to get attacked again on the next round. All right.
So it's kind of like if I start in the round, I'm gonna slap myself on the face to make it work, and so that'll be that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because you also have some abilities that you can choose to take damage to, like, do extra things, and that would increase your speed.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. But it's better to have the health to spend it on things like Blood for Blood instead of getting damage just to move a little bit more. Also leaping.
Yeah, as a Fury, you have 21 stamina to start. You gain 12 at higher levels. Are you going to... You were a Berserker before.
Yeah, we're going Berserker again.
You gain the lift.
So
you lift, bro.
I need to mark. Lift.
Yeah, Rage in Combat. Let's check this out. So at the start of each of your turns, you gain 1d3 Rage.
This part I love. When I read this part, I was in love with the
first time each
made.
round that you take damage, you gain 1 Rage. The first time in an encounter that you become winded or dying, you gain 1d3 Rage. Great.
Yeah. And I'm so glad they made the change. I actually wrote that specific piece of feedback. Like, it doesn't make sense for Fury to not get angry by
angrier
getting
when
hit.
they hit you.
So
Yeah.
I really
Makes
love that
sense.
change. That's one of the best things they did.
Okay, so then you get your kit and you get your primordial strength, and now I
Yeah.
believe there are more entries because there are stuff at higher levels.
Yeah.
So, as primordial strength, you can add your might to the distance you achieve on the knockback maneuver. So instead of pushing 1, 2, 3, you're doing 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is
Then
awesome.
gain 1 surge the first time on a turn that you push a creature. So you have to push, and that gives you a surge. And the surge you get to keep for later. So yeah, this is basically,
So it's
hey, you
resource.
want to be pushing people.
Yeah.
Gain an edge on might tests and the knockback maneuver. Yep. Okay.
That sounds.
And later on, you get 2 surges the first time that you push, double edge on might tests, add your might to the distance of any forced movement power roll result. Wow,
Which is
but this is a
really
level
good,
10.
but that's
Gain
far
10
away.
temporary stamina when you use a heroic ability. Wow, yeah. That's level 10 stuff.
And
Every
those
time you
two-
spend some rage, you get temporary stamina.
And those two happen at the same time. It's not like you have to choose one or
Yeah.
another. Yeah.
Correct.
Which is awesome.
Okay. Aspect triggered action. As a berserker, you have lines of force. You redirect the energy of motion. It's a magic ability and
I
melee.
forgot my trigger. Yeah.
Yeah. Target self or one creature when the target would be force moved. You can select a new target of the same size or smaller to be force moved instead, and you can turn that force movement into a push.
Yeah.
You become the source of the force movement and decide where the new target's destination. Additionally, the force movement distance gains a bonus equal to your might score.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and spend 1 rage, twice your might score.
They added the little part where it says you decide the new target's destination, which is a very good clarification as well. But yeah, that's really cool. So I have my Berserker gets lines of force. Got it. Cool.
You have mighty leaps. You always succeed on
do.
might test made to jump. So yeah, you're jumping great. Fury abilities. Brutal Slam. I believe you've had that
Yeah,
before.
I'm taking Brutal
as a
Slam
strike.
again.
It adds the your might to the damage.
Yeah.
And it does push 1, 2, and 4. And as a berserker, you want to be pushing.
Yeah.
So that's particularly useful. So I assume you'll keep that one.
For sure. Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. Now, what was your heroic ability before?
My heroic ability before was Whirlwind, which was an AOE, which I believe had a name change.
I believe
for
now.
back.
Yeah, it's now
Yeah.
called back. Flavor text: surrounded the fools. So area melee weapon.
That sounds
Yeah.
like something
Amazing.
something like he would say. Like,
Yeah.
So yeah,
So,
power
I've been-
roll plus might does 5 damage, 8 damage, 11 damage, and pushes. Again, another great choice because you get to push. I can
Yeah.
see why you
Yeah.
chose it the first time around.
This time I'm gonna go with a different ability, just because
Okay.
Slayer is more of a he enjoys a little bit more the direct damage to one person to really make a point. We're gonna go for an I think this is a new ability, but you can totally correct me if I'm wrong, which is your entrails are your extrails, because I love
I
the name
saw
of
the title
extrails.
that says this
And
is
that
what he's
sounds
going to
that
do.
is
baseball.
so good.
That's there.
I saw
Hard
the
for them
Yeah.
to fight when they're busy holding in their giblets.
I totally agree.
And it inflicts bleeding. Yeah. So this has potency, which is dependent on your might.
Yeah.
On their might. So if they are weak, it's easier for you to make them bleed. Yeah. And the higher your tier, the stronger they have to be to resist bleeding.
Yeah, and
And
the
while
effect is
bleeding,
also really cool. Yeah.
The target takes damage equal to your might score at the end of your turns. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's brutal.
And that's really good because if
Yeah.
you use your entrails or your extras, you leave them bleeding, you're probably going to end your turn right away before they get a chance to save. So you're already going to be inflicting some might damage as they bleed out.
Yeah,
Amazing.
so I picked that one specifically because it feels like a smaller blood for blood, which I'm still taking for my 5 rage.
And blood for blood,
Yeah,
bleeding and weakened, and of course more damage. And you can deal 1d6 damage to yourself to deal 1d6 bonus damage
Yeah.
to the target.
they did change the part of when it ends, because remember we had this conversation back
Yeah.
with Phenix. When it ended at the end of the encounter or at the end of the turn, so they removed
Yeah.
that, which is a little bit
Yeah,
better.
now they are
because
all
it's
save ends,
harder to
which
track.
is yes. At the end of a creature's turn, they can make a saving throw, which is just a d10, no bonuses. Although of course there will be ways later that you guys can get bonuses. A certain Dragon Knight may swear an oath, for instance, and that gives them bonuses to saving throws.
Yeah.
And I believe you need like a 6 or better to end a a condition that is save as. So you have like a 50-50 shot of ending it after one turn, right? So yes. But it's at the end of the creature's turn.
I see.
So
more
those are my
synergy.
yeah.
Okay.
Those are my level 1 picks. So now for
Very good.
level
And now
2,
for level
there's
2,
some really tasty stuff.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. Let's go check out your kit, your Panther kit.
Oh yeah, Panther
if you're
kit.
still
I
going
don't
to be
think
the
it
Panther.
changed. I didn't see any changes to it. I mean, I still
Panther.
get devastating
+6
rush.
for echelon, speed bonus, stability bonus.
Yeah, it's the same. They just
+0
added the
+0
echelon
4.
part. And devastating rush, I believe, is the same. Maybe the
Yes,
numbers
except
changed
now it has
a little
the
bit.
might.
But
You
yeah.
can move up to 3. You deal extra damage equal to the distance moved this way. Yep.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Wonderful.
So I'm gonna keep that.
And level 2?
And then
Yeah,
level
so
2.
hold on. Your stamina at level 1 would be 27. So 21 plus 6 from your kit.
Yeah.
And now at level 2, you gain 12. So
Okay,
this
so I'll
level
be
is
at 39.
Yeah,
Great.
very good. At level 2,
59?
no,
39.
39.
Yeah.
So
And
still
level 2?
12 stamina less than the tank.
Wait, why do we have more stamina? It doesn't
Because
make sense.
you have a heavy armor kit and you chose
Okay.
the dwarf ability that gives you extra stamina. It's like you have heavy armor, you have
all the
medium armor of your skin, and out beyond that you have heavy armor. You
Yeah.
have ablative armor. Like you have multiple layers of protection. Like they have to get through the metal and then they have to get through the stone of your skin to hurt you.
Have you seen these like Second World War movies, like the officer that walks around the field with a cigarette in their mouth?
Hey.
Yeah, exactly.
Bullets go rushing by and they keep walking. Like,
People
"This is
dying and they
Capitano."
never die.
No,
man. You're one of those.
Okay.
Exactly. Lobo is one
Now,
of those.
here's some cool stuff as a Fury. You get Unstoppable Force. Whenever you use the charge action, you can make a signature strike or heroic ability melee strike instead of a free strike. Additionally, you can jump as part of a charge.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Which is
always
we were
be
talking
charging.
about this before.
Yeah.
Which is
this
basically
this is effectively double your speed, basically.
Yeah.
Like you could take your move action to move, and then whatever you're going to do, you might as well charge. Because
You can get anywhere.
I can
Yep.
get
If you
anywhere.
want to.
Yeah.
yep,
Yeah, that's true. And it gets
Amazing.
better.
it's a berserker.
Yeah. I
So
don't
good.
know if I picked this for level 2, but there's something cool that is a really good combination with that specific ability. But I don't know if I picked that or something different. I did pick it. Okay, yeah.
Your aspect ability.
Yeah,
Or a
let's talk
perk.
about that.
Okay. Second level aspect ability. Second level, choose one of the following. Special delivery. You
like
vertically
it.
push the target, and this is a willing ally.
Yeah.
You vertically push the target up to 4 squares. This force movement ignores the target's stability, and the target takes no damage from the move. At the end of this movement, the target can make a free strike that deals additional damage equal to your might score.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which
that's
is a really cool idea, but it's very
Yeah.
similar to a perk.
Yeah, there's a
that I
perk that
actually
allows you to
picked.
toss an ally. I
So
think
I
it doesn't
decided
give
to
the
go-
extra damage, but
Yeah,
yeah.
so I decided
true.
to go for what's following now. For
Wrecking Ball. It is easier to destroy than to create. Much easier, in fact. Melee weapon. Maneuver. Distance. Self. Target. Self. You move up to your speed in a straight line. During this movement, you can move through mundane structures, including walls, which are difficult terrain for you. You automatically destroy each square of structure you move through and leave behind a square of difficult terrain. Additionally, you make one power roll that targets each enemy you come adjacent to during the move. Push
Yeah.
1, push 2, or push 3. And
Yeah.
if you're raging, of course, those become push 3, push 4, push 5.
That is so good.
Yep, it's a wrecking ball. It's so listen. Yeah, this is one of the things.
amazing.
This is one of the reasons why Draw Steel is not intended as a dungeon crawling game. Because if you have a Fury, they go like, so you know how this corridor is full of traps? I'm going to take 2 steps to the left and go straight through the stone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about fucking
A locked
dungeon?
door? What is this?
Oh, that is
Incredible.
so good. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, pillars are a myth.
Yep. All right, this is awesome. So, and this is a maneuver. So you could
So I can
move.
still...
You could move, maneuver the wrecking ball to move, and then charge. So yeah. So yes. If you have the rage for it,
That's what
you
I meant.
can get pretty much anywhere. Incredible.
Yeah. We're gonna go Super Mario on this bitch, so it's gonna be cool.
Exactly.
I like
that's the ability. Exactly. That's the ability.
Wow.
It's just
wow,
that.
wow, wow, wow,
Oh, that is
wow.
so good.
So let's now take a look
And I
at
think that's
the
it, yeah.
Time Raider that could already bend space at level 1.
Oh,
That's true.
I feared no living thing but the Time Raiders.
Yeah. And now, Veteran of 1,000 Psychic Words starts sounding on the background.
Yeah.
If we had the rights to it.
We don't have.
Yeah, we
Open
don't.
a new tab and
Imagine
start
it, yeah.
playing it. Yeah.
And start playing a Blue Oyster called, Veteran
Yeah.
of Psychic Words. Yeah.
So you have the signature trait 4 arms. Your multiple arms let you take on multiple tasks at the same time. You can use grab or knockback against adjacent creatures and target an additional adjacent creature, and you can grab up to 2 creatures. Now, as the Time Raider, you have 2 ancestry points. You can choose Beyond Sight, where you can see through mundane obstructions, but you can't see things that are adjacent to you as a maneuver. You have Foresight, which allows you to extend your senses beyond mundane obscuration and the veil of the future.
Yeah.
You instinctively know the location of any concealed creatures who are not hidden from you, negating the usual bane on strikes against them. Additionally, whenever you are targeted with a strike, you can use a triggered action to impose a bane on the power roll. Interesting. Oh yeah,
I
'cause you're seeing
used
into
that
the
one
future.
like once.
I like that one.
Yeah. Psychic Scar. Your mind is a formidable layer of defense, granting you psychic immunity equal to your level. And then you can instead take the 2 points for Psionic Gift, which gives you an additional ability. Concussive
I'm gonna,
Slam.
Psionic
Bolt.
I think I'm gonna grab, because I already had in the previous packet, I had Foresight and what is now Psychic Scar. I'm gonna change Psychic Scar to Beyond Sight. So I'm gonna grab the 2 sights. Beyond Sight.
Sight,
and
Beyond
Foresight.
Sight.
Yeah, because also I imagine that using the tablet, I can change basically like in those 80s movies when you do like, I don't know, like Predator or something, that you can see like
they change the
different
filter. Infrared,
change the filter,
ultraviolet.
infrared,
Amazing.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
That's really
Am I
cool.
looking
Definitely
into the
would.
future? Am I looking through objects?
Exactly, and I love
Tablet
that.
has to go here in your forearm.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah,
Wonderful.
I want that.
All right. So, as makes sense for glasses, your glasses are particularly special.
Yeah.
And now the Elementalist.
Yes.
Reason of 2, and you can choose a following array. Interesting. So now it does. The only thing that it tells you is you need a reason of 2. You can rearrange the other characteristics.
Oh,
should
that
you
is really
choose.
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I already have one. I'm gonna give it a look probably later. But I think I like my current. Having a little bit. I think the one that I have now is the I think I have the one that is like 2/1/1. Yeah, -1. That's the one that I have, like the second one.
Yeah.
I think I like it. So.
And as
And
an
I'm
acolyte
void.
of mystery, your specialization is the void. Your immersion in the mystery of void magic allows you to hold on to that magic longer than other mages. The distance of all your ranged void magic abilities increases by 2.
That is so good. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, that's a pretty cool ability, I have to say.
Yeah. So yeah, just to give some flavor, the Acolyte of Earth, whenever they use an Earth magic ability, their stability increases by 1. The Acolyte of Fire, whenever they
that's
use
so cool.
fire and magic, they gain a +1 to the roll damage bonus. The Acolyte of the Green, whenever they deal damage using a green magic ability, you or one creature within 10 gains temporary stamina equal to your reason score. So yeah, those are kind of different flavors. All right, now Essence. At the start of a combat encounter, you gain Essence equal to your victories. At the start of each of your turns, you gain 2. You gain 1 Essence the first time in a round that you or a creature within 10 of you takes damage that is not untyped or holy. So any elemental damage to you or to an enemy gives you 1 Essence.
Oh, that is so interesting. So whenever and that applies to my stuff too.
Yeah. So
if
you start with
use
2
void,
and then you use an ability that deals damage.
And
you gain Essence.
Again, Essence. Oh, that's
Yes.
super cool. Yeah.
If you use a persistent ability outside of combat, you can maintain it for a number of rounds equal to your victories.
Yeah, I think that was the same as before.
You have Hurl Element, but now as a strike, it adds your reason to the damage.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be 4, 6, and 8.
You have your persistent magic, which is persistent 1, for instance, which means it reduces the amount of essence you earn at the start of your turn. All your active persist abilities end at the end of the encounter. You can't maintain any abilities that would make you earn negative amount of essence at the start of your turn, or have a negative amount of essence outside of combat. If you maintain the same ability on several targets and the effect includes a power roll, you make that roll once and apply the same effect. A creature can't be affected by multiple instances of a persistent ability. If you take damage equal to or greater than 5 times your reason score in one turn, you stop maintaining any persistent abilities.
Oh,
so
you don't have to
there's
roll
no
anymore.
rolling to try and maintain.
Yeah, no, it's like
so
it
you
just
need if you
happens.
in one turn. So it could be multiple instances of damage, but it has to all be on the same turn of an enemy creature. So at the beginning it's 10, which is still like it's a big hit. I think the only enemies that were regularly doing 10 damage was Phenix.
Probably,
I don't remember if any
I'm
war
gonna
dog.
have to like I'm gonna have to like keep my I'm gonna have to play and keep if I'm maintaining stuff, I'm gonna have to keep glasses away from damage. That's for sure. Yeah.
Practical magic. You can use the knockback. Its distance becomes the distance of your hurl element, and this range for you. Wait, is it all
if
magic?
you watch our dear
ranged
audience,
void magic.
if you watch the previous episodes,
Listen,
I did something
Hawklords
pretty
should
cool.
wear seatbelts, okay?
Exactly. On like
A 5-point
I think
harness.
that was episode 5 or something. The last one we released.
Yes.
Before those, yeah. It was so
but
good.
yeah, you can choose a creature within distance of your hurl element ability and deal damage to them equal to your reason, and the damage can be typed. So you can use your maneuver to deal just a pinch of elemental damage and gain essence.
Which can be useful for somebody. Like somebody can be like, oh, this person was damaged or something.
Yeah, and again, you can teleport a number
And
of
the
squares
teleport,
equal
which
to
I
your
use so much during the
yes,
our adventure.
First level elemental specialization features: a beyonding of vision. You instantly recognize illusions for what they are. You can see invisible creatures. Supernatural effects can't conceal creatures and objects from you. You always know if an area or object you observe is magical or affected by magic, and you know the specifics of what that magic can do. You also gain the following ability: Shared Void Sense. You grant allies a taste of your unearthly vision. And this is magic ranged and void. So this would go up to 12 for you. For each victory you have, you can target one creature. That creature gains the benefit of your A Beyonding of Vision feature until the end of your next turn, but doesn't gain the use of Shared Void Sense.
That is so good.
You can pierce illusions for your allies. And the more victories you have, the more
it
allies
shows
you
them
can
invisible
affect.
creatures, which can be really relevant at some point.
Yep.
You know, if we're fighting, I don't know, ghosts or something like that.
Supernatural effects can't conceal creatures and objects from you. It's like, there's a magical mist in this forest that makes it impassable. Not for us. Like,
exactly. Yeah. Depending on our victory.
here, like put on these glasses.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Put
Now
on
you can
these
see.
glasses.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Your specialization triggered action: a subtle relocation.
Okay.
You call on the void to swallow and spit out an ally. Magic ranged void, range 10, which again I believe is range 12.
12,
because of
yeah.
your void. Self or one ally, the target starts their turn, moves, or is force moved. You teleport the target a number of squares equal to your reason score.
This is
If
the same one as
moves,
before, yeah.
you can teleport them at any point during the move. Spend one essence twice. So yes,
Twice, yeah.
incredible. And now
We use
get
that
to,
so much, yeah.
Yes, it made the entire squad much more mobile. It was very useful. Enchantment. You weave an elemental enchantment into your body that enhances your statistics. You can change your enchantment along with your ward by performing a complex ritual as a respite activity. There's the Enchantment of Battle, which allows you to wear light armor and wield light weapons effectively, even if you don't have a kit. So you get a +3 bonus to stamina. It increases at levels 4, 7, and 10. And with wielding a light weapon, you gain a +1 damage bonus with weapon abilities, including free strikes. I don't think you have weapon abilities, but you might get them later.
No. Yeah.
If you have a kit, you can't take this enchantment. So later on, there are ways, titles, and other things that will allow you to have a kit. And then, you wouldn't be able to use this. Enchantment of Celerity. +1 bonus to speed and the distance you shift when you take the disengage move action. Enchantment of Destruction. +1 rolled damage bonus with magic abilities. Enchantment of Distance. You reach into the mysteries of the void and mix that element with all of your abilities. You gain a +2 bonus to the distance of your ranged magic abilities.
That's so ridiculous.
Enchantment of Permanence. You place the magic of earth into your flesh and bones. +6 bonus to stamina and +1 bonus to stability. So,
It's so tempting to grab permanence because it would be really good, but
it's a respite activity. So you can make yourself slightly tankier.
Yeah, I think I would go. Respites are like the rests, which are not that.
Yeah, it's
hard to get,
24 hours in a place of safety.
Yeah.
So if you have to be taking watches to be safe, that's not a respite.
I think
This
I'll
is basically Rivendell or Lothlorien.
I'm gonna use probably mostly the distance because I really want to go full void. So my range is gonna be like 14, which is ridiculous.
Yes.
But it's really
I
good.
think it's going to be 12 or 14 if it's a magic void ability.
Yeah,
So yeah.
makes sense.
Okay. And now
he's
your
a good
Elementalist ward. So the enchantment of permanence isn't even the ward. It's not even the thing that protects you. Ward of Delightful Consequences. A protective field of void magic absorbs violence aimed at you, then lets you hurl it back at your enemies. The first time each round that you take damage, you gain a surge.
Okay, that's why the one I'm gonna grab because it's the void one. Gain a search. What does that mean in the this role?
So it used to have a little lightning symbol as a surge, but it's something that you collect. It's like a little resource that you can spend whenever you deal damage to deal additional damage equal to your highest characteristic, which in this case is 2. So you can just deal an additional 2 damage, or you can spend 2 of them and increase the potency of an effect. So you can make it harder to resist.
Cool.
And I believe you can spend up to 3 on any instance of damage, but you can accumulate as many surges as you want. But I believe surges go away at the end of the encounter. So you can't collect a bag of surges to take into the boss.
In the new beautiful character sheet, we have to say, congrats on whoever designed this. It looks really awesome.
Yeah, it's amazing.
At the top of it, it's the surges. It's the surges space, for everything. And it even has the rules for it. That's really cool. Okay, yeah. I think I'm gonna grab that one because
there's some others excellent protection, gives you immunity to some elemental damages. Nature's Affection, whenever a creature deals damage, you can use a free triggered action to slide that creature. Ward of Surprising Reactivity.
Cool.
Whenever an adjacent creature deals damage to you, you can use a free triggered action to push that creature a number of squares equal to twice your reason score. So yeah, there's some other cool. And now Elementalist abilities. So there's some extra ones because there are no kits anymore.
Yeah.
Grasp of Beyond. This is a melee strike.
Melee.
Of void.
Okay.
And the effect is you can teleport a number of squares equal to your reason score. That's dealing corruption damage.
That is so good.
Ray of Agonizing Self-Reflection. You inflict pain and doubt in equal measure. Range 10, which in this case would be 14 for you.
Exactly.
Deal corruption damage, and they're weak and slowed. Save it. So, depending on their reason, they're weakened. That's your potency. And they are also slowed. And that's save ends. So, yeah.
Let me check one thing. Can you go back a little bit? The other one, the Grasp of Beyond, that is it's
action. Melee.
So but it's interesting because the effect is I can teleport.
Yes. So basically,
it could allow me to get out of situations. If I'm getting hit,
if you are in melee with a creature, you can, as your action, deal some damage and teleport yourself out of there.
That looks really cool, I have to say. I really like the flexibility of that one, have a kind of escape maneuver or something. The other one's really cool. That's the one that I had before, actually. The
Ray of Agonizing Self-Reflection. But you have to choose a second one to replace the one that you were getting from your kit. So there's Unquiet Ground. A sudden storm of detritus assaults your foes and leaves them struggling to move. It causes difficult terrain.
Do I get to choose 2
Viscous
of these?
Fire? Yeah, 2. Because you don't have a kit anymore.
I want to grab the void one, the 2 void ones. Yeah.
Okay.
They look awesome.
The Grasp of
I had to
Beyond
choose
and the Ray of
one.
Agonizing Self-Reflection. No, you get 2.
I thought that's really cool.
And now your heroic abilities. Behold the Mystery. You open a rift into the void to harry your foes. 3 cube within 10. This is magic ranged void. Psychic damage. Persistent 1. At the start of your turn, you can use a maneuver to use this ability again without spending essence. That's the one.
The void we use a lot. So and actually this one would be 14, wouldn't it? Because
I believe so.
Yeah, it would be
because it's magic and void,
which is so long.
3 cube within 14.
Yeah, that's super awesome. Yeah, no, incredible. I think I want to grab that one.
Ripples in the earth.
And the
5 essence
one?
ability, instantaneous excavation. That I heard about that one causing lots of problems. Ooh, this no more than a breeze. The material substance of a creature shreds away at your command. Range 10, and it's magic and void, so it's also range 10. This one was melee 1, I think.
Was melee 1, before. Yeah.
And it's a maneuver. Until the start of your next turn, the target can move through solid matter, ignores difficult terrain, and their movement can provoke opportune attacks. If the attack ends their turn inside solid matter, they are shunted out into a space where they entered, and this effect ends. Oh. The effect
but they changed
the
because
it doesn't
before what
you.
it had, it would give you damage immunity, which was so good.
Yeah.
But I think I'm gonna take it anyway. Yeah, it's really good. anyway.
Sure.
Like it's
Again,
really
we're
can be
testing
really
these characters
useful.
out.
Yeah. In some situations, and I don't like to go like in this case like full void, just because I like the idea of the character doing that.
All right, wait.
Okay, I get a
let's check
perk.
out your stamina, because that may have changed. So your stamina now is 18 at first level, and you
Okay.
didn't choose an enchantment or ward that increased it. So
Nope.
that's what your stamina is. And then at additional
I'm
levels, you
still the
gain
one that's paper thin.
9.
9, yeah.
So you have 27 stamina at level 2.
Level 2, yeah.
You gain
How
a
much
perk,
do you have, Lobo? For comparison,
51.
you have double.
51.
You
It's
have
like,
double the stamina that I have almost.
Yep.
It's so ridiculous. And how much do you have? With
39. Slayer has 39.
Yeah.
Slayer has 39. Holy shit, yeah.
I want to
Let me
see how
confirm.
much has Jose.
Yeah. Well,
I-
we're gonna
yeah.
see
we
silver.
need to wait
Yeah.
to see.
Yeah.
So,
Silver's gonna be super tough too.
Yeah. Glasses, you gain a crafting, lore, or supernatural perk of your choice. So
Oh,
make a note
okay.
that it's one of those 3 opportunities.
One of
and then
those
It's
we'll
three,
look
one
at the
of
perks.
those 3, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
From those, because there's like a list of like 10 of each
I
kind.
saw it. I saw them, but I thought like, all 3 of them?
All 3.
I mean, as you continue leveling up, you will gain additional perks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Second level specialization feature, the Void. There is no space between. As a maneuver, range 10, which again for you I believe is range 14, you open 2 size 1 portals in unoccupied spaces in range, which last until you move beyond distance from any portal, end the effect as a maneuver, or are dying. Each portal must be placed at a height of no more than 1 square above the ground. When you or any ally touch a portal, that creature can choose to be instantly teleported to an unoccupied space of their choice within 1 square of the other
you
portal.
put it on a friend, you jump on it, and you
Yeah,
teleport somewhere else.
exactly.
I
It's so
love it.
good.
If an enemy is force moved into a
amazing.
portal, their forced movement ends and they emerge from the other portal in an unoccupied space chosen by the creature who force moved.
Besides Slayer cuts their head off.
Exactly.
At the start of each of your turns, while the portals are active, you can open a new portal connected to the others. If 3 or more portals are present, you and your allies choose which portal you emerge from when you enter a portal, and the creature who force moves an enemy into a portal chooses that enemy's destination.
Wait, Rachel. So if someone is like in the air, you can appear like floating in the air, like
The portal has to be within 1 square.
Within one, of like the ground.
above
it's
the
mostly
ground.
on the ground, but it's so
Yeah.
cool because
You can
Anyways,
maintain
cool.
a network of portals around.
I remember
Of course.
many fights in which this would have been so clutch to use.
That's why I'm thinking
Yeah.
about it. Yeah.
It's so good. It's like would have been so useful, like
You
to
can
move either
people
either
around
like
you.
to move Slayer around or to move Silver around.
Amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, really good.
Okay, and now you choose a new 5 essence ability. So if we look, these are combined elements. So this is Earth Green.
Oh, that's really cool.
This is Green and Void. Subvert the green within. Burrow into their brains and take control. So range 10, which would be 14. The target uses their signature ability against a target of your choice. You then make a power roll against the target of this ability. It deals poison damage. 5.
What? Do we
yeah,
mind
so-
control someone?
Yep.
I'm gonna grab these huge monster, eat the other monster. You know.
That's the
I'm gonna
green
hack
void
them.
one.
Yeah,
There
I'm
is
gonna hack
also
them.
a fire void one.
You know how
Translated through
Oh.
flame. Your
Okay.
ally disappears, then reappears in a burst of fire. Range 10, which again for you is 14. Target, self, or one ally. The target is teleported to another space within distance. Make a power roll that targets each enemy adjacent to the target's new space.
That's so
3,
cool.
5, or 8 fire
That's
damage.
so cool.
Shit, yeah. I think another character I would have chosen to translate for him, but I like glasses as the ultimate like I don't know like utility character. So I think I'm gonna grab Subvert the Green Within because
That's really good.
I can
one.
think so many options of things
Yeah.
to do with this, and I love like doing those things. So yeah.
So
Oh,
first
this is
green
so
within.
cool. I thought it was only like the specialization feature, but getting
No,
another
yeah,
ability.
you
is
get
so
another
cool.
5 essence ability.
Yeah. Congrats, James.
I
Matt,
like
and the
it.
rest
Yeah.
of the designers.
Alternatively, you can choose one of the 5 essence abilities that you did not select at first level. So if you really wanted another one from the
And I
So
love
this-
that these ones are like combinations because also
Yep.
like opens up stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really interesting too. Well, I love the Elementalist, I have to say. I love magical. My first character ever when I started playing RPGs 24 years ago was a mage. So I always love magic. But these ones are so good. Yeah, I really like them.
And their flavor changes a lot depending on their specialization. I mean, we were seeing how an
That's
Earth
really
Elementalist like becomes more of a tank. A bunch of the Earth magic abilities are melee 1. Like a fist of rock and you punch and push enemies away. The green Elementalist can shape change into animals. There's a whole list.
That's really
of
great.
animals.
They're really different.
Yep.
They're totally different classes. Like to say something.
And it is so good because it really works together, all of these. But then you can mix and match and create something incredible, like unique year-round, basically. So.
All right. And now we come to our Dragon Knight.
Silver. Our purest of heart, boy.
Yes. So
the same
Dragon
one.
Knights retain Wormplate, but now the immunity is equal to your level. So it's no longer 5.
lower.
So yeah, it would be 1, then 2, and you can change your damage immunity type when you finish a respite, and you gain 3 ancestry points. You can 1 point for Draconian Guard. You choose a triggered action to swing your wings and guard against the blow, reducing the damage by an amount equal to your level. You have Prismatic Scales, which selects 1 damage immunity that you always have, in addition to the one that it normally grants. So you have immunity to 2 elements. Remember your oath. As a maneuver, you can recite the following oath. If you do, you succeed on saving throws when you roll a 4 or higher until the start of your next turn.
Amazing.
Yes.
And
There's Draconian Pride, which now does 2 damage, 5 damage push 1, 7 damage push 2. And there is now the option Dragon Breath. You expel energy to damage your foes. It's an area magic, 3 cube, 2, 4, or 6 damage, and you choose the ability's damage type. And I think you can just choose that whenever you want. And Wings. You stay aloft for a number of rounds equal to your might before you fall prone, while using your wings to fly. At 1st, 2nd, and 3rd level, you have damage weakness 5. So at level 4 and above, you can like always be flying, even when it's no longer your turn. I am going to check this just for our friend Manners to see if their wings also work like that. Devil trait. Wings. Yep, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd level. Damage weakness 5. So listen,
it's the
he
same.
just needs to wait. Yeah, just needs to wait until level 4 before they can start popping war dogs like any other minion.
I mean, the wings is part of his signature, so I'm not going to
It
steal
is
it.
true.
But you had before like the Draconian Guard, right?
I had before the Draconic Pride, but the version on the on the original one did I think I did a little more damage, and for the third tier, the target get frightened. This is a nerfed version, but for what I see is because now I have the option to choose, instead of using the breadwinner, if I choose on the creator of the character.
That's right.
Or you could spend the 3 ancestry points on the 3 1-point
On the
abilities.
3. Oh,
Exactly.
yeah.
So, but what I was thinking, I love the concept, or the original concept of silver, and I want to keep it going. So, I think that what I'm going to do is use the 2 points to maintain the Draconic Pride, or the Force one. I honestly, I'm debating on that or the breathe attack. But I think that I will use the other one, the original, because it makes sense.
I mean,
it's a push.
That's more silver.
Yeah.
It's more
I mean,
silver.
that's a
Yeah,
Okay.
but I see that I English. I can't no longer use it to extinguish fire, for example.
Yeah. Still.
Those
Those
2 points of Draconic Pride. The Draconic Pride.
and you have 1 point remaining for Draconian Guard, Prismatic Scales, or Remember Your Oath.
And Silver being Silver, he is mostly a knight. He will take the oath.
Incredible. I love it.
totally. Yeah.
Now, I am going to demand that you speak this oath or a different oath that you can write yourself whenever you use it.
No.
I like it.
Challenge accepted.
That is so cool. Why do they do these cool things? I love this.
Yeah.
I love the flavor.
Okay, now here's
Tactician.
something that we need to choose because when we created silver, the sensor was not available.
Correct.
So, do you want to
to
just take a look at the sensor before you decide,
Well,
or shall we skip straight to tactician?
The last time we created the character, I made it silver as a conduct because
Yes,
was
and then
the
off screen,
example.
yeah,
And
we
end
made
up
them
playing as a tactician. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to continue leveling up as a tactician now, and maybe change it to sensor when we play, only to spy you.
Okay. So let's check out the tactician. You have 21 starting stamina.
Okay, let me count. This is a competition.
Well,
No, it's not. I just don't understand why I have so much versus like
because you spent 2 of your dwarf points on being extra healthy.
Being extra dwarf.
You are a particularly healthy example for a dwarf. As a Vanguard, you use shock and awe. You have learned the tactics and stratagems of the heroes of ancient history, letting you lead from the front lines of battle and seek victory through sheer force of will and personality. You gain focus. Again, now this is now changed. At the start of each of your turns, you gain 2 focus. The first time each round that you or an ally damages a target you have marked, you gain 1
Oh
focus.
yes, the mark.
Yeah. The first time in a round that an ally within 10 uses a heroic ability, you gain 1 focus. So yeah, some more
That's
way to focus.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yes, and you have
It really is.
commanding presence. You command any room you walk into. While you are present, each hero with you is treated as having a renown 2 higher than usual.
That helped a
And you
lot
have
the last
double
time.
edges on tests made to stop combat and start a negotiation.
That
It sure
helped a
did.
lot
I like it.
the last time. Yeah, and
I
again,
like it.
it's silver.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Parry. Your quick reflexes cost an enemy the precision they seek. Target self or one ally, a creature deals damage to the target. Oh, interesting. So
Wait.
it doesn't have to be a strike.
Wait. Target self or an ally? That's new.
Yeah.
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 Because before was just yourself, right?
No,
No.
it was always self and an ally. I never read that.
Yeah. It's alright. A creature deals damage to the target. The damage is halved. If any effect of the damage has a potency effect, you decrease the potency by 1. You spend 1 focus, and the target can shift a number of squares equal to your reason score. So you can get either ally or yourself out of the way as well by spending additional focus.
Oh, nice. Remind me what's the
potency?
The potency?
That's
That's a new thing, right?
yeah, it's when there's an additional effect. So for instance, say a dragon is breathing fire on you, for instance, an example out of nowhere. Breathes fire, depending on what tier the dragon rolls, say you need an agility of 1 or you are burnt. And if the dragon rolls really well, maybe you need an agility of 2 or you are burnt. Right?
Okay.
So you could parry and say, instead of needing an agility of 2, now if your agility is 1, you are not burnt.
Oh, okay. Because I have the potency of 1.
Yes.
Oh, God.
And as we saw also with the mark, you can
Also.
spend focus and no, what was it? Never mind. I forgot. I
No, it
got
was
confused
something
with the
else.
sensor.
It's-
The sensor can do something similar with their wrath.
Sorry, Daniel.
No, never mind. Listen, I love sensors.
Yeah.
I'm going to play one when someone else runs this game. Field Arsenal. Let's go check out your shining armor. Oh, well. So it looks like a lot of your shining armor isn't changing. Because it's one of the example kits. Ranger.
Shining armor.
Plus 12 per echelon, stability bonus plus 1, melee damage bonus plus 2. And the damage is now 5 plus might, 8 plus might, 11 plus might. So I think that went up a little bit. And the target is taunted until end of turn. Or end of their next
Nice.
turn.
Excellent.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
So yeah, you can make them focus on you. And then your other one was Swashbuckler.
Swashbuckler. Yes.
Yes. Speed bonus plus 3. Excellent. You had that before. And now instead of mobility, which was a thing that no longer exists, you have the disengage bonus plus 1. So if you choose to disengage with your move, you move now 2 without taking attacks of opportunity.
Oh, that's really good.
And your
Amazing.
fancy
Cool.
footwork. Yeah, fancy footwork is damage, and then push 1, push 2, and you can shift into square after you force move them with this ability.
Wait.
Now, there is,
I'm reading. Sorry.
Yeah, no,
Search
that's
for-
fine.
I had a fancy. Oh, but okay.
Yeah.
That was reading the original version.
Yeah. The nice thing that was really useful was the speed bonus.
Correct.
And now there's the disengage bonus. Now, you might want to take a look at some other kits that give you that really good speed bonus, but that's really one of the best.
Let's skip that. I think that's a good option. And again, if we create the sensor one, maybe change it. But let's skip that.
Okay. And now back to the tactician.
That's how much held my stamina?
Plus 12. So you had 21
Cool.
plus 12.
No,
33.
31. You tell me I have
33.
31.
33.
Okay.
So unfortunately, had Lovo chosen to be a different kind of dwarf, you would be at the same amount.
It's
But,
okay.
Actually, no.
Lovo
Yeah,
proved
yeah.
the toughest yet again.
Lovo, yeah. Her skin is like stone. And I believe you had chosen Inspiring Strike, where your
Inspiring
attack
Strike.
gives an ally hope. It's melee 1 or ranged 5. Your damage is 3 plus might, 5 plus might, or 8 plus might, and here you add your kit bonus to it, so all of those get plus 2. And tier 1, you or one ally can spend a recovery. Same at tier 2.
Same too.
Tier 3,
10
you
squares
or
is
one
really
ally can
nice.
spend a recovery, and you gain an
Buff.
edge on the next ability power roll.
And but with the net, it's I think it's the same that the original one. Yeah.
Yeah. And then your 5 focus ability is Hammer and
Hammer
Anvil.
and Anvil.
And the quote here is, let's not argue about who's the hammer and who's the anvil.
I like it.
No.
Melee 1 or ranged 5, target 1 creature object, power roll plus might. One
No,
ally with intent can make a signature strike as a free triggered action.
No, in
then
a
tier
Slayer,
2, more damage.
he's the hammer.
Yeah, signature strike with an edge.
Yeah,
Tier
dude.
3, 2 allies within 10 can make a signature strike with an edge. Yeah, so
And the strength
allies
of
within
the Oh, it's cool. I like the effect.
yeah, and if the target is reduced to 0 stamina and a strike granted by this ability hasn't been made, the striker can pick a different target.
Ah, nice.
Well, again, it's the same effect on the original one. And again, I haven't read it. Sorry.
It's alright. As a Vanguard at level 2, well, you get
Melee
12
super.
stamina, so your 33 goes up to 45.
Okay.
So you are still those 6,
Oh,
Under
really close
Lovo.
though.
but still.
Second
You're a lot faster.
prize.
Yeah. You have melee superiority. After constant drills, you have improved your ability to anticipate an enemy's attack and thwart their attempts to move freely across the battlefield. Whenever you make an opportunity attack, the target's speed is reduced to 0 until the end of the current turn.
Nice.
Marked benefit.
really good.
You can spend 2 focus to make a melee free strike against a marked creature who attempts to move or disengage within distance of your melee free strike as a free triggered action. If you do, the target speed is reduced to 0. So, yeah. You get to hit them and reduce to 0, and if they choose to disengage to try and get away from you without a
No.
free triggered action, yeah, you can spend
say
2
no.
focus and hit them anyway.
That's really good one.
Yeah.
That's a really good one. Yeah.
Very sticky. You gain a perk from exploration, interpersonal, or intrigue. And then you get to choose. Sorry, I was just reading the name of a mastermind and I was laughing.
Vanguard
At that.
ability.
Second level Vanguard.
Ooh.
Yeah. No dying on my watch. You prioritize saving an ally over your own safety. Range 5, target 1 enemy. The target deals damage to an ally as the trigger. You move up to your speed, which your speed is a lot, towards the target, ending your move in the nearest square adjacent to them if you can. The triggering ally can spend a recovery and gains 5 temporary stamina for each enemy you move past while moving to the target.
Wow.
You then make a power roll against the target.
Cool.
Wow.
I like it.
Yep.
It's like it's definitely like and heroic rush, something like that, and makes sense for what Silver did on the last episode.
Combat,
Encounter?
yeah.
Combat?
No dying on my watch. Yeah. Because you rushed over and, like, healed, yeah.
And making fun of the enemy when the rest of the group came close. Yeah.
And you can make the enemy frightened of the ally that they were attacking, which means they will be harder for them to approach that ally.
Yeah, I love it.
The other option, just so that we look, is squad on me. Together we are invincible. It's an area, 1 burst, target self and each ally in the area as a maneuver. Until the start of your next turn, each target gains a bonus to their stability equal to your might score. Additionally, each target gains 2 surges.
Oh, well, it sounds good also, but
I think it depends on your party. Like, if you have a bunch of characters up in melee, you want to squad up and make them,
correct. No, but I think I got more the no dying on my watch.
Excellent. All right.
And again,
with that,
in silver.
yes. Shall we check out perks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, has anybody already picked their perk so that we can get through that?
I looked at them and I like one, but I don't know which one Jose is going to pick.
Ooh,
but
I haven't read it.
I
Yeah,
already
it's all
made
right.
a choice.
All right. So, Slayer,
I like one.
which one are you picking?
So for perk, let me find it.
I believe the one you had mentioned was Friend Catapult.
Friend catapult. Yes, which is a
As a maneuver,
and
you can
grabbing
grab
people.
a willing adjacent ally or object of your size or smaller and hurl them a number of squares. Yeah, so this isn't tossing, this is hurling. Equal to
Very
twice
different.
your might score. If they fall as a result of this movement, their fall distance is reduced by a number equal to twice your might score. You can't use this perk again until you gain at least 1 victory. So that's a way of making it so you can't do it multiple times per encounter.
Okay, yeah.
Well, that's fair. I mean,
Yeah.
you can only do that so much until it gets boring. So
Okay. So that's what Slayer is taking. Wonderful. So for Lobo, which one did you
I
like?
liked that one. That they're put your back into it.
Yes. That would have been particularly useful during the montage getting out of Blackbottom.
Oh,
Once
yeah.
per montage test, you can turn an ally's tier 1 test result into a tier 2 result. Additionally, if you make a test to assist a test and get a tier 1 result, you don't add a Bane to the assisted test. So basically, yeah, you're always... It also really works with a Tactician, going like, no, let me help you. And you always, either you don't help or you do help, but it never makes it worse. Like you're always...
I think like and Capitan Lo is like screaming instructions and moving people, so I think that would be the one.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Glasses...
What perks did I get action? I get
You can pick one from either...
Interpersonal, exploration, or intrigue.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think.
exploration, interpersonal, or intrigue.
Yeah.
We'll go through them.
Okay.
So, Glasses, do you have one picked out?
Yeah. I'm gonna
Okay.
grab Thing Speaker, which is from the Supernatural perks.
Wow.
Ooh.
Yeah. When you
Which
hold an
base-
object in your hand, you can ask the director if it bears emotional importance. Objects with emotional resonance could include treasured gifts, murder weapons, or personal keepsakes. If the answer is yes, the director tells you the most dominant emotion associated with the object, and you can spend
That's
1 uninterrupted
cool.
minute focusing on the object, at the end of which you receive a vision which answers one of the following questions.
Oh, that's amazing.
What was the name of the
Yeah.
person whose emotions are imprinted on this object?
Yes.
Why does this emotion linger on the object? How long has it been since this was held by the person whose emotions linger on it? After asking one question, you can choose to delve deeper. You can ask one additional question from the list, after which you are overcome with emotions that do not belong to you. You take a Bane on presence and intuition tests until you finish a respite. While you suffer this Bane, you can't use this feature.
Yeah.
So
And I
basically-
think the way I imagine it is that now basically Glasses feel like confident enough to basically connect something to the tablet to like her head directly like into her brain, and then do another connection from the tablet into something, and then
Yeah.
connect psychically to it.
And it's, yeah,
That's
because it's
Like
psychic,
magic.
yeah.
Concept, dude.
You
Yeah.
feel the
Yeah.
emotions in your brain, and there's only a certain
Exactly,
amount of psychic data that you can put into your brain before you strain it.
Yeah. If you watch Johnny Mnemonic, which you should, if you haven't, because it's Keanu Reeves on the 1995, it's like that thing. I thought immediately of that, so I was like, yeah, I want to have that for sure.
So, exploration perks. This is some of the things that we can check out for silver. Brawny. When you fail a might test, you can roll a d6, you lose stamina equal to the roll, and improve the result of your test by 1 tier. You can use this perk only once per test. So, yeah, if you get a tier 1, you can take a d6 of stamina damage and go up. Or Camouflage Hunter. Danger Sense. Edge in all tests made with the alertness skill, for instance. Cannot be surprised. You can have I've Got You. If a willing ally lands on you when they fall, you can use your triggered action to catch them. And neither of you takes damage from the fall.
Yeah, that's fun.
Teamwork. When you take your first turn during a montage test, you can both make a test and assist another hero's test. Or Team Leader. At the start of a group test or montage test, you can spend a hero token, which, by the way, we haven't talked about hero tokens. There's even more options for them. You start each session with a number of hero tokens equal to the heroes that are playing, but because there are more hero tokens, it now costs 2 hero tokens to regain your stamina equal to a recovery.
Yeah.
But you can also spend tokens to improve your results on tests. And
that's really cool.
I think on on saving throws, there's a couple of extra things that you can do for them. So, as a team leader, basically all participants make tests as if they also had your exploration skills. So if you had a particularly good explorer, you could be team leader. But those were just the exploration ones.
Okay.
I mean,
There's
if Silver likes put your back into it, I was thinking also in Cunning Plan.
Cunning Plan does fit, but here, Lie Detector. After another creature communicates with you, you can spend a hero token to determine whether that creature communicated any lies. If so, you know what the lies are, but not what the truth is. Another one is Open Book. When you have a chance to speak one-on-one with someone, you can ask them one question about themselves. If they choose to answer honestly, they can then immediately ask you a question about yourself, which you must answer honestly. If they choose not to answer honestly, they simply deflect or redirect the questions. No further complications from the prime. This is another one.
Pardon, my friend.
Yeah. When an ally within 5 squares of you fails a presence test, for instance, by pulling a bloody skull out and showing it to them, you can step in and make a presence test with a Bane. Your new roll replaces their roll. This feature can only be used once per test, regardless of how many heroes have it. Yeah, you can't have, pardon my friend. No, pardon my friend. Please, pardon my friend.
It's the Canadian standoff.
I was thinking exactly about that, yeah. You're not my buddy guy.
Here's another one. Persistence. In a negotiation. When a creature's patience reaches 0, you can make one last argument before the negotiation is over. Only one hero can use this perk.
That is so good.
Annoying as hell.
So I'm sorry for interrupting you, Daniel, but I was honestly between the I got you and the persistent. Why? Because the I got you, I literally used it when we saved the people on the
on the inn, with the collapsing floors.
Exactly. I think they did it more than once, in fact. And the persistent, well, we are not very good at negotiation for what I see, so maybe an extra help.
Yeah, roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, or an extra spit on the face.
We technically don't have a face. You know, we don't have a character that's very good at it.
I had
face.
Lucky Dog before.
Yeah, Lucky Dog is particularly good. But so now it only applies to intrigue skill tests. It's good, pretty good.
So it's really narrow, but I had that one before. It changed now, the rules.
So by the way, I think you also get some from your career. So
I had that because of my career.
Yeah, your criminal, you gain 1 intrigue perk. So you could choose to have Lucky Dog.
And what about
for
soldier?
our soldier? You gain 1 exploration perk,
cool.
Which the quick build is suggested teamwork. So you could also go with, I think I've Got You is an exploration perk.
It's
I've Got You. Yeah, it's an exploration perk. So you can get I've Got You from your soldier career. Yep, incredible.
I love this because I was between 2 perks.
And you were a sage.
And now I get another one.
Yeah, you were a sage.
I'm Mage's Apprentice.
Mage's Apprentice. Oh yeah. 1 supernatural perk. So yeah, you could have
I'm gonna grab Psychic Whisper. which was
Of
the other
course.
one that I was thinking of because I love that type of shit. Telepathy, telepathy is one of my favorites.
You send a one-way telepathic message to a friend. Range 10.
Nice.
It takes 10 seconds or less to speak. Yeah.
Yes.
So no
Excellent.
limitation on how many words,
we
just
can do so
how fast
much
can you
shit
speak.
with this. Yes.
Okay. And we had a gladiator, I believe, in Slayer. 1 exploration perk.
Yeah.
So you can.
Ooh.
So Slayer also gets an exploration perk. And
Oh, and actually the recommended one is friend
Oh,
catapult.
yeah, that's true.
yeah. So you can have that as gladiator.
Uh-huh.
That's so
Yeah.
cool. Maybe you did that
So
with
did I have
Yes.
another one? Wait, because I
So
now
as
that
a
you
Fury,
mention
yeah,
it, I do remember trying to pick another one. The previous one, I don't remember what it was. I think it was exploration or
So now you
Crafting,
can have a
exploration,
crafting,
and
exploration, or
yeah.
intrigue.
I did no, I
And
don't remember
yours
what
very big.
what
I
did.
think that it was exploration.
Yeah, I think I was trying to decide for something in crafting, but I still need to. I need to think about him, like what kind of things he would like to make. But yeah, I'll get back to you on that. But I was considering something in crafting.
Wonderful. All right, and now there's 100 complications. I believe we had 10 last time.
Yeah.
So
This is
would you guys
awesome.
like to roll a d100 and we just read a few of the
Yes.
what things that come up?
Yes, I do.
Okay,
I'm going to make
I have seen a couple of these, and
Okay.
there's a couple of options that are bonkers. Like they're
Yeah,
so
I believe
good.
you used to
I'm gonna
have
roll
like
a d100.
fire
Like,
and
they're
ice or
stupid
whatever
good.
it's called.
Nothing
Chaos
better
something?
than to let luck decide your
Yeah.
bad luck.
Exactly.
So-
I'm gonna roll on the roll 20. Then.
Yeah.
All right. I forgot about that.
Go.
I have
34.
34. Knoll bit.
What?
Okay. As a child, you survived a knoll attack, but they left you with a toothy scar and the occasional fit of bloodlust. Benefit. Whenever an ally within 5 squares of you is reduced to 0 stamina, as a triggered action, you can move up to your speed and make a free strike. Drawback. If you start your turn next to at least one creature while dazed, you must use your action to make a melee free strike against an adjacent creature. Special,
that is
you
so
cannot take
cool.
this complication if you cannot be dazed. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I think I can be.
So
dazed.
no
Which
being
one did I
clever
take
and
before?
nullifying the
Yeah,
drawback.
Exactly.
Okay. Has anybody else rolled?
I rolled a
Minutes.
19.
19.
Sorry.
Cursed weapon. Okay.
Oh no. That is so good.
When you were young, you were given or you found a magic weapon. Since then, it stayed by your side, possibly even inspiring you to lead the life of a hero. But the weapon is cursed. You gain a leveled weapon of your choice. Drawback, you have damage weakness 2. So everything that deals damage to you, you take an additional 2 damage.
But what does
Every time you take
care?
damage. Yeah, but you have a
Jabor is
leveled
super
weapon.
strong. Yeah.
Okay. Any other numbers?
61.
All right.
61. Pirate!
No way.
No!
I like it.
You have a piratical past, and maybe a
It
piratical
haunts
present
you.
and future. While you're not well known ashore, other pirates have a way of recognizing their own. When interacting with pirates or pirate hunters, wow, that feels like such a random thing that would not normally come up.
Yeah.
You treat your renown as 2 higher than usual. Additionally, you hold a piece of a pirate map. Somewhere in the world, a handful of other pirates hold the other pieces of the map. With all the pieces,
Nice.
you'd know the location of a fabulous pirate treasure. Drawback, the pirate treasure is said to be cursed or haunted. Furthermore, you're not the only ones looking for it. The pirates holding the other pieces would very much like to get their hands on your piece.
Why
And this is
every
opens
time?
our new adventure.
Why every time I create a character random, it said pirate?
Yeah.
I like it. Is your,
Just for
your thing?
reference, yeah, so you can get the joke here. In the first adventure we ever played, he rolled a pirate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, without streaming or anything. Yeah.
Random backgrounds, but the
Yeah,
tables,
pirate.
yeah, pirate.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I did roll something, but I'm going to ask you to go for 52.
52. Lost your head.
This one is
Incredible.
amazing.
So, Lightning Soul, Lost in Time, Lost Your Head. A bread battle stole your head. Normally, being beheaded by one of these giants is fatal. but due to your latent psionic ability, you're able to survive despite your decapitation. Benefit: you gain the following ability.
What?
Share head. You don't have a head, but can psionically borrow another. Range 10 maneuver.
This is so cool.
You can see, hear, and smell as if you were in the other creature's space. Additionally, you can borrow their mouth to speak when you wish to do so. You speak in a different voice than theirs. This effect ends when you use Share Sense on a different target. When the creature moves more than 10 feet away from you, 10 squares away from you, or when the creature is no longer willing to share their head with you. Drawback: having no head, you can't see, hear, smell, or taste, except by using the Share Head ability. Additionally, you cannot wear gear that requires a head, such as helmets or hats.
Oh, that is so good. Okay, I know that I rolled what I rolled, but I think I want to change one because I found...
There is no requirement that your
yeah.
character takes the one
I
that
found
you
one
rolled.
which is exactly the one that I thought about before, which I chose Shipwrecks when we did the character sheet before. But now they have Crash Landed.
Oh, that's
which is exactly
yeah.
what happened to Glasses. Like, they
Yeah.
just did the thing.
You used to flit around the stars in your own ship, but after an ugly run-in with a pirate, in this case, something else. Oh, yeah, well, maybe it was pirates that attacked your...
Maroon in this
Yeah.
backwater world.
You gain the Timescape skill. Additionally, you have a power pack that you can activate or deactivate as a maneuver. When you activate the power pack, choose an energy type. The damage you deal with abilities becomes that damage type until you deactivate the power pack. Well, alright. Perhaps it's not so useful.
Yeah.
I guess you could change the damage type. Yeah, because normally you have like some things that do corruption or poison damage, right?
It can
or
become
psychic
useful,
damage.
yeah, at some
so you
point,
can
yeah.
like active. Oh, so yeah, actually, it is super useful. I take it back.
Yeah.
Drawback.
And
you have a
drawback I
Bayonet
love
test
so
made to
much.
know about anything related to the world where you crash landed.
It's perfect.
Who's Ajax?
Just perfect.
Is he a good guy?
Yeah, exactly. Who's Ajax? You know, who's that guy? He's perfect. So I'm gonna grab that
Ajax.
one.
Isn't that a soap? Where are you guys afraid of?
Exactly. No, it's so good. Yeah. No,
The cursed
your
weapon?
cursed weapon is
I mean,
amazing.
We were planning on maybe doing a combat, but it's getting late,
too late.
so
Yep.
that may
Yeah.
be another day. But let's take a look at rewards.
Sorry, Daniel, but I was looking very fast about
Yeah,
the...
and your complications?
Yeah, famous relative.
Oh, absolutely. That would be
Which one?
26. Famous relative.
Oh, your uncle.
Exactly.
That's so fucking good. Oh, I love this.
Sure, you're a promising young hero in your own right, but people always ask you about your famous relative. Will you equal or surpass your relative's accomplishments, or will you always live in their shadow? Benefit: you have a piece of magic jewelry, such as a signet ring. As a maneuver, you can use the item to summon your relative to your aid. Your relative does your best to help out of the current perilous situation and disappears after 1 hour or after the perilous situation is resolved. Once you summon your relative, you can't do so again until you gain a level.
Wow.
Your relative has the same statistics as you do, except for renown, doesn't gain the benefits of any of your treasures, and makes all power rolls with an edge. Your relative starts with a renown of 10.
What?
So,
But it's
10.
one until you get a next level, so it's going to be like the boss.
It's gonna be so cool.
your
Yeah.
relative has the
Like
same statistics as you. So, Silver's uncle is exactly like Silver, except they don't have any magic items that Silver might have.
Yeah, exactly.
But they make all rolls with an edge, which is also awesome.
Yeah, it's like if you're a bard, you're basically summoning Jennifer Lopez or something.
Yeah, exactly.
After you summon your relative, the next time you gain renown, your relative gains the renown instead, and you gain no victories from any combat encounters or other victory earning challenges for which they were present. So it's really a like, we're about to die, so I don't care about getting the victories because I might die. So yeah.
Right.
This
Now-
Feel the glory.
inspiration.
It's like, Uncle, I really need your help. Something like that.
Yeah.
Let me just take a look at what renown 10 is like. Renown.
Yeah.
So at renown 9, you can have 3 followers. So he has multiple squires and retainers. Let's check out negotiation. Negotiation stats. Sample negotiation.
Oh yeah, isn't there a perk that gives you followers as well? Now that I think I saw it somewhere. Anyway.
So, renown, an NPC has an impression score that determines the amount of renown needed to influence them. So, renown 10 is impressive up to archmages and princes. basically demon lords and monarchs are not impressed by your uncle.
Everybody else
Yeah.
is.
I mean-
And that's
That's
right now. If at any point you call your uncle, and that means your uncle gains the renown, demon lords are going to be like, whoa, that Dragon Knight's,
It's really
that
tough.
guy's cool.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Yeah.
At 11, archdevils, archfays, and demigods.
Wow.
I mean,
Wow.
No, renown 10 is ridiculous. It's like
Yeah.
so high.
I told you my uncle was great.
Was cool, yeah. I told you Michael was cool.
So,
rewards?
yeah, let's check out what
treasure.
this cursed weapon is like. Do you want it to be your crossbow or your the mace that you use
I mean,
to...
I think this is going to be the mace.
Okay. Leveled armor treasures, implement treasures, weapon treasures, authority's end, a psionic whip, the blade of quintessence, a magic medium weapon, blade of the luxurious fop, displacer, a crystal battle axe,
I mean,
executioner's blade, a heavy weapon.
The
So it
names
could
are
be this.
so good.
And a cursed executioner's blade. Wow. Any damage dealing weapon ability using this weapon deals an extra 1 psychic damage or an extra 2 if the target is winded. Additionally, the first time in an encounter that you cause an enemy to become winded with an ability using the weapon, you gain 10 temporary stamina.
That's really good.
That's an interesting heavy weapon.
and the Ice Maker Maul.
Ooh,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah,
Underhead
it
button,
was
wet work. Sorry, yeah, Ice Maker.
there.
The head of this platinum hammer is cold to the touch and encases whatever it strikes in a thin layer of ice. Any damage dealing weapon deals an extra 1 cold damage. You can use a maneuver to create an ice field in a 3 burst. This is difficult terrain for enemies and lasts until the end of the encounter or when you use this ability again.
Oh, that's super cool.
I like that one.
Yeah, that's super cool.
That might be why, like, you're always smoking to keep warm from the cold coming from this hammer.
Oh,
I like it. So I like
New-
it. Ice
new
Maker
cannon.
Maul.
New cannon for.
So it's a cursed Ice Maker Maul.
Can I ask an open question? Whatever of MCDM that's watching this, did you watch our episode to select some stuff? Because
Yeah. I hope we inspired somebody with our bullshit.
Yeah, not that we're super
There's some really cool
self-referential, but still, like,
Not
we
at
would
all.
like to know.
I think that's just how cool this game is. Like,
Yeah.
we're going to get many more examples of magic weapons, magic armors, magic everything, but they've added enough content of each kind. I mean, come on. There's 2 magic whips. There's the Steel Tongue and Authority's End. Right? There's a
And
psionic
question,
bow.
the idea is that on the final rules they're gonna have like rules for creating your own magic.
There
weapons
already are.
or
So here it says any of these requires 450 project points for the research project to create. The characteristic needed to create it is might, reason, or intuition. The prerequisites needed, meaning the thing that you need to go adventure to get, are 4 iron bars coated in magma slag. And the source so the kind of language that you need to know to be able to help you understand this is text or lore in Kalian, right? This one is in, because it's a psionic weapon, it's in Variac.
Yeah.
Item prerequisites, 18 daggers, 9 taken from personal enemies, and 9 gifted by friends. That's what you need to create a knife of 9.
That's oddly
Oh,
specific.
that is so cool.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
Can I just say that the titles of everything is like really
it's very inspired. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
flavorful.
If you
Look
wanted
at the
to-
blade of the luxurious fop. I mean,
Yep.
like,
yeah.
just the title of that is like, I want
I
that.
want to have that. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
I
The
don't
item
care what it
prerequisites,
does.
a personal blessing from the greatest duelist in the land, 6 fake and extremely shiny gemstones.
It's amazing. I mean,
Yeah.
And you need the blessing, so you need to basically defeat
Yeah.
the greatest duelist in the land.
Indeed.
And then you
And
get the blade.
for the Ice Maker Maul, say you wanted to get an uncursed version. I mean, there's probably another project which is like remove a curse, but
Workers, yeah.
we might have to figure out like shift you to a different complication or something. But if you wanted to create an uncursed weapon, you need 8 iron bars cooled in a glacier and the branch of an ancient evergreen.
I mean, that's a quest.
Yeah.
That,
Yep.
that
Yeah,
right there is
totally
like,
right there. Yeah.
And it requires text in Zaliak, which I believe Zaliak is the Dwarven language.
Their language, yeah, I think
Yeah.
it is.
So amazing. And also there are titles. So you get titles by actually doing things in during your adventures. So for instance, if you had found a trove of forgotten books, you could be ancient lore masters. If you gained the friendship or alliance of a creature you once battled, you could become a battle axe diplomat. If you
That is
triumph
so
in battle
cool.
without killing any of your foes, you could become a brawler.
Oh no, that's never gonna happen.
A city rep, if you spent at least 5 respites in a metropolis.
Yeah.
This one, doomed. You are not a Hakan, but have witnessed the death of a Hakan.
Oh.
That is so cool.
Painted Dwarf Legionnaire. I have learned much.
Yeah, you fight alongside at least 3 dwarves.
Oh, we need a company of dwarves.
Listen, they're out there. And yeah, it would make sense that Laveau would know some. And you gain one of the following benefits. So you get to choose. If you fight alongside at least 3 dwarves, you then get to choose one of the following benefits. Close formation. Your stability increases by 2 while adjacent to at least 2 allies. So like a shield wall. Rune of
Yeah.
Alarm. You can spend 10 minutes to inscribe a magical eye-shaped rune on a surface. It sheds light. It's dispelled if it's activated. It's activated when an enemy comes within two squares. And when it's activated, you wake up if you are non-magically asleep. And for 1 minute, you can see through the rune as if you were in its square. Or you can learn Stone Meld. While adjacent to a stone wall, you can use a maneuver to gain concealment. Now, Elemental Dabbler.
That's awesome.
This one I see happening. You defeat a monster with the elemental keyword, such as a Crux of Fire. You can gain the Elementalist first level Hurl Element feature, dealing the chosen damage type. Elemental Immunity. You gain immunity to the chosen damage type equal to your highest characteristic score. Or Elemental Weapons. When you use an ability that deals damage with no type, you can change that damage to damage of the chosen damage type. And if you have an Elementalist in your party, then whenever you attack, they gain essence because there's damage happening.
Exactly, yeah.
Cool stuff.
That is so cool. And these, but just for clarification, these you gain just by doing the thing?
Yeah,
You don't
so
need,
for
like, a
instance-
level?
Whoa.
Here's the thing. When the villagers that you saved on the ship arrive at a location, you all become eligible to take
heroes.
local hero title. So you can choose a new dawn. When you finish a respite in a community you have saved, the party gains a hero token. Easy marks. You have an edge on test made with skills from the interpersonal intrigue skill groups when influencing members of a community that you have saved. If that is not manners,
Yeah, I don't know what is. Yeah, exactly.
and local fame, your
Even the
renown
name.
score increases by 1. So
Yeah.
that's how you could eventually.
I think I'm probably gonna grab that one if we get that one. To be honest, like if we get a local hero, I'm gonna
Now,
grab.
Mage Hunter
Look.
defeats 3 leaders or solo monsters.
I
Marshal,
was-
you join an organization that hunts criminals. Presumed dead. You die in a way that prevents your body from being recovered or examined. So you do have to die.
Oh, okay. You have to
But then it says, while it may appear that you died, in fact, you did not. You regain 1 stamina and can spend 1 or more recoveries. Additionally, you gain 1 first echelon trinket of the director's choice. At a dramatic moment determined by the director, you rejoin your party with an explanation for your narrow escape and how you found your new trinket along the way. So, by the
they
rules,
basically-
you have
they
to
did
die.
the Gandalf the White
Yeah.
thing.
Or, yeah. Like, you have to die in such a way that your body cannot be recovered or examined. So, by the rules, you absolutely died. But if you
Fly,
want to
you
keep
fools.
playing that character, you talk to the director afterwards,
That's so
and you
good.
gain the presumed dead title.
That is so good. It's amazing.
Wow, I love it. I love it.
Yeah, yeah.
Saved for... Oh, ship captain. You acquire a ship, airship, or similar vessel.
Oh,
can
that is
gain
so clever.
The
yeah.
swim keyword as a deep sea diver. Ship speaker. You magically know any of your ship's location even while not aboard. You can telepathically speak to anyone on board the ship who understands the language, and they can respond no matter your distance from the ship. Signal flags. While aboard a ship, you can communicate with and conduct negotiations with another ship up to 5 miles away, as long as you can both see each other. You have an edge on present tests made while negotiating in this way. Or you can become a trained crew member, and gaining an edge on tests made to handle sea or air vessels.
Okay, I need to migrate Nadar to this game.
Yeah.
Because it's just perfect. You
Now-
know what the best thing about this is?
Mhm.
This is just text.
Uh-huh.
Imagine when we
Yeah.
get the final PDF with all of the art.
Yeah.
It's gonna
Yeah.
be mind blowing.
Oh, dude.
This is something that, should the Hawk Lords have seen that Silver was a Dragon Knight, he could have earned wanted, dead or alive.
Yeah.
The flavor text,
yeah.
100 silver, an insult. I turned my father in for 50 golden crowns, and he was innocent. Prerequisite, you are declared an outlaw by a governmental authority. I mean, Lovo could also just get this because of what's been going on.
Backstory.
Yeah.
Oh, I love
Choose
it so
one of the
much.
following benefits. Honor among thieves. You are considered to have too high a renown when negotiating with criminals.
It's so cool.
I mean, that's it.
That's not
Minion mower. When you make a melee strike that targets a minion and at least one more minion is within distance of the attack gains a +3 bonus to damage. Or, no, you're under arrest. You gain an edge on power rolls made to escape a grab. Additionally, when you make a successful test to escape manacles or bonds, as part of the same maneuver, you can transfer the manacles or bonds to another person adjacent to you without them immediately noticing.
Yeah.
Wait, but did you saw troop tactics? We are actors. We are the opposite of people.
Prerequisites. The party has successfully performed as a troupe of actors, circus performers, or other entertainers.
That's so stupid.
That's so cool. Like, you did this bullshit thing and then you get a benefit for it.
I love that this book is just filled with crazy stuff that nobody has ever thought about.
Yeah.
I mean, but picture Slayer like, okay, Slayer, we're going to be actors.
We're gonna be actors from now.
Go into character now.
Flying circus. At any time during a willing adjacent ally's turn, you can use a triggered action to push them up to 2 squares if their size is the same as yours, or 4 squares if they are smaller. If this push causes the creature to fall, they can reduce the height of the fall. Spotlight. You magically cause a creature within 10 squares to shed light for 5 squares. It lasts for 1 minute until the creature is more than 10 squares. So the spotlight is coming from you. Like, they have to be within 10 squares of you to have the light. While illuminated, a creature can't sneak or hide, has a bane on tests to perform an action secretly, and has an edge on tests made with the lead, music, and perform skills. So you can use it to, like, help. And supporting player. You gain an edge on group tests using presence, and on tests made to assist another creature with a presence test. So, yes, this is all. And finally, work the crowd. While one of your allies is playing music or performing, you gain an edge on tests made to hide, sneak, conceal objects, or pickpocket.
I'm going to take a diversion. You're going
This could definitely happen with Lena, like in the other group.
Oh,
Absolutely.
Lena doing the thing.
I miss
In
her
fact, yeah,
so
Lena
much.
has. Well, the whole party has to successfully perform. As a
Yeah,
troupe
but
of
imagine like
Yeah.
a girlfriend acting, Mara acting, Siege acting. Oh, that would be so
doing the
good.
robot.
That would fix me. Honest, that
Incredible.
would fix me. Yeah.
So,
Okay.
So
yes,
we have to play.
yes, we'll call it here, and then next
This is a
time
lot.
we will have a level 2 fight against a solo creature and test some of these out, and
Amazing. Wow.
see how this performs in game.
This is looking really great.
This is really
Yeah.
good. Yeah,
I love it. I'm very, again, not objective, but I'm very much looking forward to running this game. Thank you for watching, as it is now, 27 hours, 28 hours since we've got these rules, and we are very excited about playing at level 2, and, we'll look at the sensor, which, is awesome, trust me.
Maybe.
All right,
See you next
thank
time.
all for watching.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.